Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pearson the Vale.
Welcome in, everybody, and happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
So, we got a great show today. We're going to be talking about petrified dragons and maybe snakes and whatever else we can find petrified. But we're definitely going to start off on dragons, I believe.
It's going to be interesting.
And our special guest is Jesue Payan, Breaking Bigfoot. You may know him from Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or some of the other movies that you can look up on IMDb and check them out. Because if you don't recognize the name right away, you will when you see what he's listed under.
And just for the record, it's not Jesus. He speaks English, so it's Jesus. We're going to interview Jesus tonight.
It does feel kind of weird though, like when I'm sitting there thinking to myself or talking, it's like, oh, I'm gonna text Jesus. Like, I got the main line to Jesus.
Yeah, I've lost count. This is either the fifth or sixth time he's been here. He's a regular. I've lost track how many times Jesus has been here. Will the real Jesus show up?
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can't say it's a second coming no more. She's been on.
You got Jesus laughing. I can see him down there smiling and laughing. We might as well pull Jesus up and get her going.
Yeah, well, let's say hi to everybody in chat real quick, and then we'll start.
All right. I see Mel, WD40, Jessica, Shelly, Sandy, Mad Pax. Yeah, we got Clay. Got Shelly again. Dragonfly. Polly was in here earlier. Jason Finch just showed up. Monica. All right. Welcome in, everybody.
All right. So thanks everybody for coming. We'll see you later. No.
It's been a great show. Bye.
Let's bring Jesus up and we'll get started. Welcome.
Welcome back.
See y'all later.
Bye. You made an appearance. That's it, guys. So how's it going?
It's going good. Yep, everything's moving along slowly but surely. Got a lot more I want to do and try to figure out how to get to things that I can't quite get to because of private property.
Oh. Yeah, don't get caught.
Yeah.
Don't hurt your foot again.
No, they will shoot you.
How is your foot doing?
Technically good. There's 2 broken bolts now. But yeah, we're gonna find out on Monday after they got the CAT scans and see what the doc says on
all right.
Great.
To chop it up or leave it alone.
Awesome. I'm glad you're healing and you're starting to adventure out a little bit again.
I'm caning it around.
Caning it around?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your new weapon? You can whack people with your cane?
Oh, yeah. When I get angry, I stomp it up and down. And I go, I stomp my cane. Mm-hmm.
So you have some conferences coming up, right?
Yes. I have the Yakima, Washington conference the end of October happening, and really looking forward to that. They're getting to work with Dr. Meldrum and Mel Scahan and lots of other cool peoples, but they're going to give me this because it's going to happen at their casino. So I get to give my presentation on a huge stage, that the bands play on, that perform there, and they're going to give me a whole hour and a half time. So I'm putting together a half-hour documentary mashup with a lot of my research, and then the second half hour I'm going to do kind of the slideshow talking stuff, and then the last half hour will be for questions. Yeah,
nice.
And then there's the Comic-Con that's literally the weekend before that one, where I get to just be Gonzo and talk about my comic book and Breaking Bad and all that kind of stuff. So it's a nice balance back and forth. Hopefully,
still got the cookbook going.
Yeah. So I got my book going. Working on another book for. I guess it's more of the memoir side of it, and that one, along with my Breaking Bigfoot book, is that one's going really good. I don't know. It just takes longer and longer because I want to add more and add more and add more.
Right. Yeah.
Trying to put it all together, and then I'm trying to convert. I wrote a screenplay, a movie, in 2010, um, about the Roswell and Majestic 12 group and all that sort of thing. Based it on, well, it's historical facts I could have on that stuff, so it sticks with the somewhat reality, well, our reality. But yeah, I'm trying to convert it into a book right now, and then I'm gonna hit up Netflix. I think now is a good time to throw a alien movie at them.
Oh.
What's going on?
All right.
Yeah.
So is that a different one than the other movie you were working on, trying to get going? The continuation of Breaking Bad, or the prequel, or what was it? What was it again?
Well, the prequel to Better Call Saul would be Breaking Burke, telling Tuco's story. That one I would love to happen one day, but it probably is either going to have to be done with AI or in another comic book, or with completely different. I couldn't use the same actors. I'll just say that, because they're just going that far back in time, unless we have a really good deepfake system or something to use for Tuco and some other characters. It'd have to be literally us looking for actors that look like them younger,
Oh, right.
But the one I'm talking about doing is called Top Secret Magic, is what the movie is called, and it goes through like the original Showtime version for the Roswell movie. You remember that one with
Right.
Sean? No, what's his name? Martin Sheen. It was with Martin Sheen, and so he played Jesse Marcel, I believe, in that movie. So I put together, but it's all from the point of view of Jesse Marcel. That movie is all from his point of view of the whole incident that he experienced. Mine is the point of view from Mac Brazel, the rancher that found it,
Oh.
and what happened to him, and what the military did to him, and what was really going on during all that time, and the President Truman, and the forming of the CIA, the splitting apart of the Army and Air Force, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's what that one's about. Like I said, I think that would be a good time right now with all the UFO stuff that's happening in Space Force and all that. That it might be wanted, by Netflix, and I'll have Bigfoot money to go Bigfoot hunting. Not have to have a regular job. No. I just want to bang my drums all day,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and start talking about some dragons. You ready?
Dragons.
So we'll let you talk about what you found, because this is from your area, right?
Yep. Here in New Mexico.
Just tell me when you want me to bring up pictures or whatever you got, and I'll do it.
All right. After I mention White Sands, feel free to bring it up. So, in this area of New Mexico, the mountains that I live near is the Sacramento Mountains, but in New Mexico, I think that's what. And then those are in front of me, and behind me is the Oregon Mountains, which are we call the Las Cruces, or the Missile Range Mountains. So where I'm looking at is like the foothills, I guess the half mountains before you hit the bigger mountains. And I've just been researching that whole area for all kind, just whatever I can find. It's interesting, and a whole bunch of it is ancient carvings, petroglyphs, really neat stuff like that. But then every so often I'll see either what I think is a carving of an old animal, or a drawing of one, painting of one, like the pterodactyl thing that I sent you. Then there was the mammoth skeleton that I believe I found.
Wow.
I think that's just a mammal skeleton, sitting out there, mammoth skeleton sitting up there in the mountains. And so I find more, I guess, like petroglyphs and pictoglyphs more than animal glyphs. I found a carving, or no, yeah, like a statue carving, what looks like a prehistoric elephant, the one that had the flat bottom with the two tusks sticking out the bottom.
Right.
Yeah. So I found one of those. I don't think it's an actual one. I think it's a carving of one because they saw that apparently in that area. But if you look into what history says, it's like 6 million years ago that existed. Not long enough, not so recent to where any humans could have noticed one, unless they were digging them up too. We don't know. But another cool thing about this area, the only thing that we're known for in this area is Three Rivers, the petroglyphs that we have in Three Rivers National Monument, and that's about it. Besides Roswell, and then you go up, north towards the Navajo area, and that's a whole different thing. But down south, we don't get recognized as much. Besides White Sands, and in White Sands, we had a discovery of ancient footprints, and big ones and little ones that they said, from 23,000 years ago. And in the same area, there was other footprints of iguanodons, camels, giant camels, all kinds of different, megafauna. So this area it's ripe for giant animals of every sort and reptiles. So I find it very interesting that while me and my son were out doing our thing, and we noticed what looked like the outline of a dinosaur or a dragon. And
wow.
yeah, so it was huge though, because it's on a cliff face, and we were nowhere like next to it. So if you went right up to it, you wouldn't know what it was because it's so huge, so huge. And yeah, it has anatomical parts. If it's just matrixing or any of that fun stuff, then wow, that's an incredible coincidence in the shape it has in the head, and it looks like cut neck, spikes all around the whole back.
Oh wow.
So you want me to bring that up then?
Bring it up, sir. You wouldn't mind. I could be wrong. It could be a carving, or it could, like I said, just be a geological phenomena that looks like a dinosaur of some sort. That would
Now
be
this is like the tail and the back with the razors or the.
Oh wow. I see that now. Yeah.
Yep. And then there you go. You have the long neck. It has a really long neck. I don't know if it was cut there or that's just a break in the rock. But if you can to the right of that break, you'll see what looks like the head of a dinosaur.
Yeah, right here.
Wow.
Yeah. And underneath it, you can see what looks like folded legs, right in the middle.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of it, the tail curls into a curl, like a curly Q. Yeah.
Now the other picture you highlighted that, right?
Yeah. I highlighted in the other picture so the people could see exactly what we're seeing, and I changed the color of the rest of the pictures, see the difference. And
yeah.
I probably could have done a little more exact, but I tried to get as close as I could.
I can definitely see it better now.
Yeah, making that green, it sticks out.
Yeah, but I think those are right at the end of the tail. Those three, what looks like slabs. I just think that's really interesting that there's those three slabs and then that next to it. The largest dinosaur on record that there is out there is the Supersaurus, and that is 140 feet. And this one, without its tail straightened, measured 70 yards, which over 200 feet. So it's like 100 foot longer than the longest dinosaur they've found so far.
Wow.
So this thing, it would just be ginormous. And for me to be able to see it from the highway, miles away, I went on Google Earth and I measured it, and to get an approximate measurement I could. But even if what if it's just a carving? You know what I mean? That just, I ain't never seen a dinosaur carving that big before, so that would be
right.
cool too. And like I said, if it's just a geological phenomena or strange occurrence, then wow, that's pretty cool too.
Either way, it's pretty cool. The dinosaurs and all that stuff around. It's like, can you imagine being there, being just 5'5" to say 6 foot tall, and then you have these monsters, these behemoths
Right.
that just, what we consider us ants to them, basically, even if we're even that big to them.
Yep. And as we know, some people don't understand that many dinosaurs in not even ancient times, not that long ago, well, that's what we called all dragons. We called them dragons. Dinosaurs were dragons. They weren't dinosaurs.
Right.
That name didn't show up till the 1800s. And before that, yeah, it was dragons, and there was many, many depictions and stories of dragons, and us being there at the same time, fighting them, eating them, using them for medicine. Yeah, it just goes on. And there's even that one, I think I saved the picture, but I forgot to send it to you possibly. But it's the island. It looks like the nose of a giant dragon peeking out of our ocean.
Oh.
Or even a crocodile. Like that one I sent you, it looks like an alligator or crocodile in the wall. I'm still not sure if that's a carving, a painting. It looks real, or it's an actual something that they said is right there, on the actual mountain. It would have to have been an instantaneous petrification if that's the case, because you can you can see the eye.
Whoa.
Yeah, they had to pan their camera left and right to get the whole thing. It's really big.
Oh, wow.
Hope everybody at home can see that. I kind of zoomed in.
To me, if they're carving it, you're making, with no mistakes, it's awfully hard to chisel on the rock without going, oops.
Yep. So
I would say it's more petrified than carved out.
Yep. So Rev, you look at right here, right there, stop right there. You see that nub? There's a nub where the arm would have been.
Right here.
Yeah. Now, if I was gonna carve or paint an alligator on the side of a wall, I wouldn't put a nub. I would have put the whole foot. Because if you go to the back for the back foot, you can see the back foot and its claw on the back foot.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And then supposedly geologists are saying that's a natural erosion. It's like, come on, But
how is that? What the coincidence or the luck of the draw to have that exact, to be disformed by natural process,
right? See, and it's here in Texas. That's the thing. It's here in Texas. So, well, not here. I'm in New Mexico, but I'm next door to Texas. So I want to plan a trip and go check it out, because in person I'll be able to tell you if it's malarkey or what. You know what I mean? But it's like, how can you ignore it, even if it's fake? Why isn't it all over the news on what an incredible carving? Because that's not.
It is.
That is not small. And like I said, because the eye is there with its pupil, it would have had to been an instant, quick flash blood, or of some other Medusa situation happening, or some sort of, I don't know, weapon. I don't know.
Right.
To make it preserve the eyeball.
Yeah.
It had to be quick. And I'm guessing because alligators, they have that shell on their eye that's see-through. They have one of those, as well. The little other second lid or whatever they have, the other inner lid.
Yes.
It would make sense if that inner lid was raised up if something was about to happen, or it was underwater when it happened and it was looking around. I don't know.
Well, just like the petrified giants that are mountains, it looks like a giant laying down. It was something sudden and quick. Yeah.
Now, Corey says you can see where the foot was before it eroded.
Yep.
Let me zoom back into that spot.
To me, it looks like a wound because it's closed up on the end of the nub. You wouldn't have the scales going in if it broke off. So to me, it looks like that's a prior wound that healed over before that happened to it.
Yeah.
Or
it does look like there's some kind of impressions there, though. So maybe something else walked by, or
Wow.
I don't know.
That's a great catch.
See, and then I don't know. I believe I sent you an image of a dragon attacking a train.
A train?
A what?
The very last image I sent you on Messenger is of a dragon attacking a train. It's supposed to actually happen.
Oh, wait a minute. I think it was
The very last.
maybe I didn't download it.
The one he just sent you?
No, that was the Snake Caves. Oh, I bet I didn't download it, whatever it was.
It should be at the very end. I sent it after the Snake Caves because I forgot. I had it ready and everything, and forgot to send it. I was like, "Oh, damn it! Here we go." It's starting to show.
So is it in Messenger?
Yeah, it's in the Messenger.
Well, let me check.
Yeah.
Unless I didn't hit actual.
Well, here I'll let you. I'll go to your next picture while you talk. While I look for it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll bring that up.
Yep.
Here's your other picture that you sent.
Okay, so that would be before I enhance the image, and that is the what I believe is a possible pterodactyl, some sort of pterodactyl bird, and so you can see how light it was when I took the picture. It's very old. I'm guessing it's on a part of the mountain. It's not known for hiking. It's deep up the side of a mountain and not in a tourist attraction type area. But you know me, I catalog every single bit I can catalog of the mountain, and then I search for the stuff when I get home through it, analyzing it. And so I sent you like that version and then an enhanced version of the same picture, and then of course the close-ups of it. So the reason why I included that, there you go, so it's more enhanced. And you can see on that wall that it's on, there's other things in there, other carvings all over it.
Wow.
But so that thing must have been important to it, whatever that bird or pterodactyl or whatever you want to call it was. The reason why I think it's a pterodactyl of some sort is because of the wings. The wings look dragon-like, leathery, bat-like. They don't look like feathered wings. And then, of course, the top of the head has that back piece back here. And that reminded me of my cane. I sent you a picture of that cane that used to belong to Virginia John. She was an elder in the Navajo Upper Fruitland Reservation that I used to help and live with up there. They gave me her cane when she passed away. And the top of the cane is of the Thunderbird. And it's a pterodactyl head with that same back piece on the back of it. Yeah, it's old. It's really old.
Cool.
But that's what it reminded me, that picture of the bird. And tribes have been seeing them, a lot less these days. But apparently those birds have been around. Pterodactyls, which to me, if you got a reptile flying in the sky, that's a dragon. May it not be the traditional four-legged, long, wee ones, but it's a form. To me, that's a form of dragon. And the big one is the zodiac, the Chinese zodiac. Why do all the other animals on that zodiac, they're animals that we know of? Why would they put a fake one on there? Yeah, see, and then it has the tail too.
Wow.
So to me, it looks like those wings. It looks like, to me, those look like leathery wings. They don't look birdy, feathery.
Right.
Wow.
So I did download real quick the train.
Cool.
So since you brought it up, I'll go ahead and bring that up.
Cool. And it has when it happened and everything on there too. Should be able to read it.
It says fire cannot kill a dragon.
Yep. A startling attack on a Southern Pacific Railroad train. Can you see that at the bottom?
Yeah.
Is there any way you can enlarge that a little bit, sir? I can't. I got them eyes, didn't you? Okay, here we go. Here, Dos Palmas, California, and express attacked by a flying serpent, and the passengers.
I clicked the wrong thing.
That looked like a scorpion dragon. Okay.
Passengers firing at the monster with revolvers.
Yeah, and that's what they said it looked like and everything.
That kind of reminds me of
And the tail, its tail was damaged, and they kept the tail or something like that. The deeper story.
oh, really? That kind of reminds me of the picture of the Old West where you see the guys holding up the big
Yep. They pull up to it and they get on. Everybody, empty your buckets, and they stop the train and all that fun stuff. Kick the engineers off, and yep. And that happened a lot here in New Mexico.
Wow.
This is Billy the Kid country here, you know.
Billy the Kid.
Yep. The
Yeah, I can't remember where that was, where that pterodactyl, or they said they shot it down. A bunch of these farmers, or
It was out west somewhere. Was it Arizona?
I think it was Arizona. Wasn't it Arizona?
I think it might be Arizona. That picture they're holding up.
Yeah, where they posed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they say there's a real photo of it somewhere besides what we see, but they can't find it. And you know the whole thing where everybody says, "Oh, that's fake," and then other people say, "No, it's real because I remember seeing it." It's like,
oh, it's Photoshop.
Yeah, I know I've seen that image for at least in the late 90s, I believe. I've seen it in the late 90s was the first time I ever saw that, the pterodactyl ones, you know. And then a little bit later, the giant crow one. But yeah, they're out there, man. It's still blowing my mind that everybody, not everybody, everything that we were told was make believe, fantasy, legend is what's turned out to be true, and everything they told us was true, and reality is turned out to be the fantasy.
Everything's been the opposite.
now I'd found this one online.
Oh, cool.
And I could kind of see the shape of the head and a little bit of the body or tail going off. It was kind of hard, but somebody else had already drew what they thought it looked like. And I think they did a pretty good job, but I don't know.
It almost looks like a dragon version of the what the heck? It's over in Egypt. That just escaped me the name of it. The half pharaoh, half lion. The
The Sphinx.
Sphinx. There you go. The Sphinx. Yeah. It looks like, but in dragon pose. The pose looks like that. You know, because right there I could see, like, if you look like where you just did your lower hand or arrow, if you go back, keep on to the left, up left. You follow that line going up, that looks like almost a folded wing, that whole thing right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
A folded wing on the side.
So, like, some of these pictures, I don't know if they're real or, if they're somebody altered them or if it just, it could be Paridolia. Who knows? But, I mean, I can see it. Once you start looking, you can see it. So I can see how they would come up with this.
Yep.
Well, just like the crocodile or alligator. That's not Pterodactyl. No way. I mean, everyone looks at that and says, okay, that looks like an alligator or a crocodile.
Right. What else could it be?
Right.
You know?
And there's no way somebody carved and made no mistakes while chiseling rock out.
Right. I wonder if you can see it on Google Earth.
Oh. I bet.
About that. And we know where it is. It says where it is. Right.
Now it's going to be blotted out and you won't be able to see it.
So you sent this.
Yeah. So that right there, that is the ridge that I saw what I believe is allegedly a dragon or dinosaur. Okay. So that long stretch is the length of the ridge. The short little line is the size of the dinosaur in question, or dragon in question. So it's perfectly straight. If you notice, that ridge is all ragged, and then right there where that is, it's a perfect straight line.
Oh,
so I find that also interesting. Like something is there that didn't let it erode as much as the rest of the that area.
Wow,
so that's how far. If you scroll back out, all that area to the left of it is private property, and you continue out farther. Well, you can, I know, but in real life, it continues about double that distance before you get to their fence, and that's where I was parked out that far away to be able to see it.
Wow.
And you can see it with the naked eye from the highway. It's not as quite detailed as the picture is zoomed in, but yeah, you can still see the wave of the back like that on it. And yeah, all this time I've never heard anybody mention that thing or anything. There's so much here that I've seen that the locals here haven't even noticed. And they've been here their whole damn life. You know,
Just don't pay attention.
Right. The only thing they've ever mentioned was in our main mountain. There's a part of it that has, if you look at it at a certain angle, it's the face of a woman with her chest, and they call it the lady of the mountain. That's the one thing that they say they see, which is like a profile. But as soon as you go any other direction past a certain area, you can't see it. It's separate mountains, kind of angled. But yeah,
so this was another image that I found online. That this was actually taken from Google Earth, I believe. And supposedly this is the tail way up here.
It looks like a tail.
Mm-hmm.
Goes all the way up here to where it starts in the body. And then I don't know where the head is, or if they even if it goes off into the cliff, or I don't know what. But they think that it looks an awful lot. And I kind of agree. It looks like it could be the skeletal structure.
Right.
Wow.
Well, it looks like it curves to going down, the curves to the right. The bottom of it, like that could be the body right there. Yeah, it keeps on curving over to the right. It looks like that could be the whole body. And we just can't see the head.
This almost looks like a wing draped over the side.
Right. It does. Like I said, we can't see it, but the head looks like it's to the farther right at the bottom. Starting around there, like that's the bottom of it's like the plumage that comes out the neck,
Right.
Wow. Nothing to see here, folks, just mountains.
Right. Or like that one that Roger from Mud Fossil University, that one dragon that was attacking the fish, I believe, right? Remember that?
Yeah. Nobody knows Mud Fossil University on YouTube. Check it out.
That's right.
He is really good.
Yep. Great information, and he's a very funny guy.
Now, how can you explain that? Now, come on. Wow.
So this one is either a really long giant snake, or it's part of the tail or of a dragon or a dinosaur or something.
Wow.
I thought of snake as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a spinal cord.
Yeah, looks like a spinal cord. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's not normal formation for mountains.
Doesn't look like it to me either.
And we've seen a lot of mountains that look like buildings melted. This doesn't look like anything like buildings melted. This looks like a spine or a snake. That's interesting.
Like in over there in Upper Fruitland, in the Navajo Res, we have a legend there that in our history, that some of those mountains in that area are actual the bodies from giant lizards. They just called them giant lizards. One was like a giant iguana, and that's why that mountain has red insides. The dirt on the inside of it, it's all blood red color. And so that whole area is known for giant beings like that. A lot of those mountains there. Weird.
Wow.
Because a lot of people are talking about how Himalayan salt could be possibly giant blood,
or
that they're actually just harvesting out of the veins in the earth of a petrified giant. Or they show like the side of a excavated mountainside, and you see all this. Almost looks like a steak, if that's what you want to call it. It looks like
bacon.
Yeah, looks like petrified meat.
A cross section of a giant
Yeah. Well, just like if you ever look at natural veins of gold that they've been able to pull out whole, those parts of the veins, there's a reason why they're called veins. They look like veins, and we have the same gold in us, but much smaller. Now, if you have a ginormous 2 mile long creature, when it dies, all the heavy metals settle into its vascular system, and you'll get a bunch of, because just like when you go panning for gold, it's the heaviest element, there besides the lead. It all settles, at the lowest point in veins. So depending on exactly their makeup and what percentages they had in their systems, that's I think where we have all the different. Well, not all of them, but a whole bunch of them are from giant animals that have been petrified.
So the next one is another rock formation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. That's crazy.
Yep. Looks like an iguana looking at the sky,
Wow.
daydreaming, an iguana daydreaming.
I mean, that looks exactly what I would think a giant iguana or a dragon or maybe a lizard would look like. Now, I don't know. The only thing I don't know about is the teeth.
Right.
Whether somebody added that,
Well,
or that's actually the natural formation.
Yeah, same thing with that alligator.
Right.
The teeth, it's like, holy moly, because I wonder, some of them, just like you're saying, I've seen them out there and they almost look carved because it's so real that it's like they must be carved. There's no way that's natural.
Right.
even though we don't think it's natural, we're like, no, yeah.
I don't know. I really, this is one of the pictures that I really, really like.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow. I still say, using your common sense, it'd be impossible to chisel and carve something out without making a big, huge mistake. Right. It's not easy carving rock out. Now, wood, yeah, you can, make tiny little marks, but a rock, no, you're going to accidentally go, oops, there's too big of a piece and it looks funny. I just don't see that being carved.
See, and then another thing is you got to think about is, when did they do it? How long ago? Why would they do it?
Yeah, and what happened?
That's the head of a snake, it looks like to me.
What happened so fast that made these things petrify?
Yep, you see, there's an eye, there's a nostril.
Oh, wow.
That even looks like at the very top there, above its eye to the right, you see that like opening cut, whatever, looks almost like another eye.
Oh,
some snakes have those on the top of their heads. It's like it's not I don't think it's a breathing hole, but I've seen them before. I'll research that and find out what the thing is called. But yeah, it looks like a nostril to me.
I mean, just the detail of the scales and the placement of the eye and the nostril for the snake, and I mean, oh my gosh, it's just unbelievable.
Right? Yeah. It's in Thailand.
Wow.
So obviously, though, I mean, I handpicked the best pictures I could find, or the ones I've had in my collection for a long time, put them all together. But I don't even think that's even carved. I know.
Well, geologists say that's a natural geology. So even the rock experts they're not saying it's been carved. That's just natural erosion and type of
just by chance.
Strata.
It's just Paridolia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Once again, to have the eye and the head proportionate, and where you would picture a snake with the nostrils and possibly where the split of the mouth would be, and it's like, what are the chances for nature to get that correct?
Like Mel said, it looks like horns in the back of the head there.
Yep.
Oh.
It does look like it's two horns.
Right.
Like right in here?
Yeah. And then on the other side, you can see, you can see the V on the forehead.
Yeah.
Wow.
With a horn on each side.
Yep. See, and there was different types of dragons. There was dragons with wings, dragons with just legs, and dragons without either.
It makes you wonder if they didn't have wings when they were little and they grew into their wings. They do say there was no dinosaur, that all the dinosaurs were dragons. They just didn't put wings on them in the museums.
All right.
And they were dragons.
If you, you've heard of the velociraptors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Park. It turns out that those were actually birds. That they just, if you look at a dinosaur's pelvic bone, any of them that are birds, their pelvic bone goes forward. And if they are dinosaurs, it goes backwards. Just like the birds of today, they have that specific type of bone that comes forward. So it was just the way they angled the way they walked. They didn't make them walking like birds. They tried to do the step thing, and they didn't have any feathers on it. And I mean, everything is perfect for it to be a bird, a giant, scary bird, but a bird nonetheless, because they're trying to push a certain narrative on certain things. It's really fascinating.
So here, I think this is the one. I think this is the one you just sent to Messenger before we.
Yep.
Where the snake is looking out over the valley or the cliff there.
Wow.
Yep. And it's sitting in giant coils. It looks like giant coils. That's the thing, that it's not just that head. Literally more of those giant coils with the shapes of scales.
Wow. And you can see where an eye is there also.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, if these are rock formations, if they did occur naturally, it's just amazing. I mean, I tend to think that it's a petrified, real flesh and blood animal, but I mean, I don't know. Obviously, we weren't around when this all happened.
Right. I think it's just so awesome.
Wow.
Have you seen that video of the little white dragon in the water?
Yes.
What do you think about that? Real or do you think it's not real? The video.
It's hard.
I go back and forth on it all the time just because I know what people can do, but it just looks so real to me.
Yeah, it's really hard to say these days.
Yep. I sent you a picture of a velociraptor with feathers on it, what it would look like.
Oh, my.
But yeah, dragons. What was his name? Alexander the Great. There's a story about him fighting a dragon in his escapades. And he describes it, the way he describes it, it sounds like a T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Mm-hmm. With wings.
With wings.
Hot wings.
The way you said that made me think of Red Bull with wings.
That's a bird who got wings. Gives you wings.
Oh, it's just interesting. The last few years, there is starting to get reports of people seeing something that looks like a dragon flying up in the sky.
Yep.
Well, what was it when we were doing a show or watching a show? Somebody was talking about them being out in Philadelphia area and East Coast.
The one was North Carolina, I'm pretty sure. You're talking about the girl that her dad saw?
Yes.
Saw a dragon and came in, and she got on her phone and recorded what he was saying and explained it, and you can hear how panicked he was, and I'm pretty sure that was North Carolina, in the mountain area. Oh, my.
So this is the one that you sent me, and I had heard it. Some of the dinosaurs had feathers, but I'd never seen an actual picture or somebody's rendering of one.
Yeah, so this the paleontologist, he studies bird skeleton, all kinds of skeletons,
Oh, wow.
And he said that the skeleton, what it shows, is not showing a dinosaur. It's showing a bird. It has all bird-like attributes. So just because we haven't found a full raptor with all its feathers on it doesn't mean that it didn't have it. Because there's specific times of webbing of skin on these type of birds that the fossilized remains doesn't have that web on the arm, which makes it for when it flies, and it tucks it in a certain way instead of them having it in front with the little arms. Instead, they're really on the sides, kind of tucked, and they have specific shoulders to allow for flight. You have to have a specific type of shoulder to, yeah. So a lot of these they're showing us they're possible giant birds.
Wow.
It's not that hard to believe. We have what was it, that one like Goliath emu, 12 feet tall or 13 feet tall, they're trying to bring back right now?
Yeah.
The big giant one. And it's like, if we can have those around not that long ago, it wouldn't be that hard to stretch.
Them scientists, they're trying to start a Jurassic Park, I think. The woolly mammoth they're trying to bring back. What are some of the other ones? Some of the helicats or the big giant fish that's supposed to be extinct. Supposedly they got DNA for it, and they're gonna make blend it with carp, I believe, or maybe an alligator.
The Mesosaurus. Yeah. I think this is what they're doing. They went and asked ChatGPT, like, excuse me, ChatGPT, what all can we do to cause chaos in this earth?
Yeah.
Everything's just nuts right now.
And Corey says he sent you more information on the fossilized giant finger that he has.
Oh, right.
It's that finger is crazy looking.
I say our next meeting will be about giants, so I can show that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the dire wolf, and them coming out with the dire wolf.
Yep.
Are they nuts? Are you really going to release those dire wolves? Come on.
Yeah, the wolves, and they're.
Wow.
I don't know. If we've watched the movies, it can't go good if something ever happens.
Yep. I'm gonna show that finger thing at the hell yeah, at the Washington conference, because I'm doing a whole thing not just on Bigfoot, but covering. I want to enter it with giants, and then when I get to Bigfoot, I'll say, and these are the giants that are alive today.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So first, I want to show all the evidence of petrified and giant fingers and feet and all that.
Flying lizard.
So this is a Southeast Asia, a flying lizard, or what they call a flying dragon, a little Draco lizard.
Oh my goodness, he's cute.
So if you can imagine evolution, or of a product of environment, if everything was huge back in when the dinosaurs, the prehistoric age was, I can imagine this little guy.
Wow.
Well, it was like in the old legends of the native peoples, specifically, like I spent a lot of time with the Dine Navajo. They used to talk about that all the lizards of today are actually baby, dinosaurs, dragons, that they just don't live as long anymore. They can't survive as long anymore, especially with humans around. And the whole atmosphere being different and everything now. But that they just, if they were allowed to live as long and had abundant everything they needed, and we weren't crouching, that we would still have dinosaurs around us, not realizing what some of these animals could have turned into, 100, 200 years down the road, of growing.
Right.
We don't know. So,
even if this didn't get a size, maybe it got to sizes like the dinosaur or the avian bird that you sent the picture of. So maybe if it got that tall, 3 to 5 feet tall, maybe. But could you imagine if this was the size of like a pterodactyl or
right? That would be scary. Definitely.
I don't know how man survived when we came about, if we were still there with the dinosaurs, with all these predators.
Well, from what it looks like, the ones the majority of ones that were still around suffered the exact same calamity that apparently we all did in the 1700s or 1600s, whenever that thing went down with the mud flood and all that stuff. They covered all the Mayan and Aztec pyramids, and there's just a whole giant squishing of the dinosaurs, where now we're digging them up, and that whole thing with the dinosaurs that's where we get our oil. You know, that's not the case anymore. That they finally admit.
Mm-hmm.
Where the depth that you find oil is way deeper than the depth that we have any ever found type of foundings of any type of dinosaurs or anything like that. So the two separate complete things, and it's all just a way to explain away a lot that they didn't want to tell us.
So on Wednesday nights we do the Night Owl Lounge, where we usually talk about cryptid UFOs, and we always bring up images like this. And this is the tassel worm, which is an alpine cryptid. Well, guess what? Guess what that is depicted as?
A dragon.
Absolutely.
An ugly feline-looking dragon.
Yeah.
And I always wondered how the
Dragon bat.
Chinese dragons came about. I can kind of see the Chinese dragon form out of this.
Yep. And then you got to think about from what we're learning in actual history, that it wasn't just now that we were doing experiments mixing animals. It's in the Bible too, So who knows how many of these different things were being interbred? Because there's even was that one of the Chinese emperors had he had dragons. He raised dragons to pull all his carts and carriages in his when he ever did his parades and stuff. So if they had them working for them, and like that one old painting, medieval looking painting, and they have looks like brontosauruses in line with camels too.
Yes.
Then why wouldn't they be breeding them different ways, just like we breed dogs and other animals and horses and different kinds of cows?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the difference between a Missouri mule and a horse. I mean, they have two different aspects of what their work is. So, I mean, if you want something that's rugged and is going to drag trees or wherever else, great big giant trees through the forest, you'd want a Missouri mule. I mean, my gosh, those things are, I want to say workhorses, but they're really mules.
Yeah, a lot of the Greek mythology, they talk about these creatures that they created. They made them, and they couldn't reproduce, but they lived for eons. As long as they weren't killed, they would live on and on and on. And they specifically created them to guard palaces and treasures. And another one of the reasons they say dragons would always be hoarding treasure, because they were used for protecting the treasures of the gods and whatnot.
We did a show. I saw Jessica, the Cryptid Huntress, in here. We did a show with her on dragons and stuff, and we brought up pictures of Victorian ages in UK or Europe, and the royalty were having paintings of them holding little dragons like pets. Mm-hmm. I should have brought some of them up, but I didn't do it. But I do have this. That's another one of the things that we show on our Wednesday night show. And this is the cave dragon, and this is based out of Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cave dragon in Yellowstone. Isn't that interesting, with all the geysers and bubbly pots? And
so the Native Americans, or the earliest man, thought that the geysers and the volcano activity and was actually from a dragon living underneath Yellowstone.
And maybe there is.
Maybe there is. Maybe that's why maybe he's restless and starting to wake up. Maybe that's why there's so much activity.
Yeah, well, I forgot where, but there's a volcano, an active volcano right now that I saw a video recently showing what looks like it would be the belly of the dragon, as well as it's oozing out of the stomach.
Oh, wow.
They said it's lava, of course, but it has the shape. The mountain range has the shape of a whole dragon, tail, everything.
Wow.
Our world is a mysterious place.
Yep. And we're trying to find out more truths and stuff. So I don't know. I know you're in the old world, and was Egypt over here? Was Israel over here? You just go on and on and on. So was Yellowstone the fiery pit?
Yep.
Where things get thrown into, dragon bound for 1,000 years. Is that where he came out?
Also, with all that other stuff happened here, then we've got to rethink, all that stuff that also happened here in the story, not just specific locations. It's unbound because they said also that possibly the Tower of Babel was also here.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, if you got the majority of stuff going here and then going out, and then with the whole cover up, they picked an area that was similar and pointed out certain things and put things certain places, and it's everything's backwards. Everything is backwards right now, and it's so ridiculous. That's the beauty of their dishonesty and what they've been doing and telling us.
Yeah, we've got an old map that shows where Babylon was. It was kind of like Indiana area, somewhere over there. But it just kind of dawned on me, most volcanoes are mountains and they have a peak. Well, Yellowstone sure don't. And I mean, there may be some underground volcanoes, but if that thing's that massive, is there geysers and little bubbly pots and stuff around other volcanoes? Or is it just Yellowstone? So when we came across that card of the dragon in a cave under Yellowstone, I went, what? Could that be the big giant fiery pit the Bible talks about?
To see what C. Duke wrote?
No.
I lost it.
My mother's generation in the 50s wore live lizards on a chain pinned to their blouses like jewelry. They had little lizards on their leashed up on their clothing.
That's wild.
Wow.
Fred Flintstone, the Flintstone.
Little tiny dragons. So we were talking about Chinese dragons, and when I see this picture, it reminds me of a Chinese dragon.
Oh my God. Where is that at, I wonder?
Well, it says Mossy Cave Trail, but I'm not sure what area.
Wow.
Huh.
But there's several areas in the deserts that have red stone like this, but I don't know exactly. But I assume anybody can look up Mossy Cave Trail.
Right.
Huh. Corey just said the cameras on the International Space Station captured a dragon flying in space.
Really?
I'd like to see that video.
Did they show it? Did they show it to us?
Oh, they probably wiped it out already.
I hope somebody captured it.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
It's cool. Even has the teeth.
Oh man, that looks like a dragon.
I know it.
Wow.
Like I said, this far away picture, just the way it's shaped reminds me of those the Chinese New Year's where they have the dragons floating in the air and going up and down. That's what that reminds me of.
Right. You like that? I'm looking up, see if there's an image for the Dragon International Space Station.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to see that. If they didn't already wipe it out.
Oh.
Nothing to see here, folks.
No, I don't see nothing. Okay.
For whatever reason, this one makes me think he's not in a very good mood.
Yeah, it looks angry.
I think it's because of the shadow around what we think looks like eyes.
Right. It looks like it's hangry.
Corey says it's on YouTube. Night God 333 is the channel. Night God 333.
I know that guy.
You can find it, Jesus.
Right.
The never-ending story dragon. Yeah, that did kind of look like the never-ending story dragon. That real long one.
Right.
Yeah, never-ending story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robin.
Yeah, and thanks, Corey. Thanks, Robin. Thank you, everybody. We got a great chat.
Oh, Rose says it's Bryce Canyon, Utah.
Bryce Canyon, Utah.
I'm assuming the one with that I had of the one that looked like a Chinese dragon.
That's where it just keeps on bringing me information about the Dragon spacecraft. It's the SpaceX docking with the SpaceX stuff, but it's called the Dragon.
We'll probably won't do it now, but I'll look it up and try to find something on it, and I'll share it with you, or you can share it with me, and we'll add it to our collection.
Right.
So here's an old map of the constellation, and guess what's in the sky? Draco.
Yep.
The Dragon constellation.
Yep. I was born in the year of the dragon, And I got a tattoo that
Oh.
says dragon.
Oh, cool.
So you're born in the house of the dragon, huh?
Yep.
Corey says the Bryan, Texas Dragon is the best video on that channel again.
Oh, this is interesting. Look at the AI overview told me the International Space Station films Dragon on Night God 333. Curry refers to a known AI generated or manipulated video, not real footage of a dragon. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
That it says it's like, how can it know for sure unless it studied the video and it says it's AI? I guess. So how can we trust the computers anymore? You know.
Well, plus, who's controlling the AI or the computers? And if they wanted to deny it and don't want us to know that it's real, then I would assume some agency put that out there.
How can we trust?
Well, we just kind of get confused here because for several years we had hearings on UFO and they kind of went, no, there's no such thing, no more hearings. We're not going to look into it anymore, folks. But then all of a sudden, 3-Eye Atlas shows up. Oh, it's hostile aliens coming. We're going, oh, so now they're admitting it.
Right, hurry, everybody, hand over your rights.
Yeah. So what's really true?
So which is it? Is it no such thing? Was Roswell real then? Are you going to tell us Roswell was real, or are you going to just keep denying it and then say, oh, by the way, this alien invasion is still coming though?
Yeah, and they're hostile. They know that they're hostile and it's coming faster. Now they're saying it's going to be October, maybe the end of September, that this thing's getting closer. Going,
Now we got all these whistleblowers, that are coming out that are saying all this stuff. But it's like, back in my day, them whistleblowers weren't ever allowed to go that far and talk that much and say so much. I just find that really worrying too. Are they whistleblowers or are they disinformation people? Trying to mess with us. It's like, I don't know anymore, man. It's so hard to see who's a double agent and who's not these days.
Oh, I know.
And it just pisses me off because I love my country so much. You know what I mean? And everything it's supposed to stand for.
There you go. There's Tennessee, Kentucky Bigfoot gave us the year of the dragons. 1928, 1940, 1952, 1964. I was born in 63. 1976, 1988, 2000.
Yep, I'm a 76er. Bicentennial baby.
So since we were on the Red Rocks and dragons, I found this one isn't quite as good as all the other ones. This one kind of reminds me of a gargoyle or
it looks
pretty
griffin. Griffin or a gargoyle.
Looks like it got its head chopped off.
Oh my!
Right?
Poor guy.
That's
if it's by chance this just accidentally got created this way, well, why is it there's so many of them?
Trip out on this. If you look to where its hand would be, reaching down. Okay, now right there where your little hand is, if you go up just a little bit with your little hand, up, stop right there. You see those two pokey sticks sticking out? Those ribs and a rib cage, like it ripped open something.
It does look like a rib cage.
Oh, that does look like a rib cage.
Yep, and that's flesh to the left of that rib cage. It looks like.
Oh, wow.
Some kind of battle was happening, and it looks like.
It was eating his last meal before I got petrified.
Well, my baby, that baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Either that or his body wrapped all the way around, and that's all it was left. Maybe something else was eating on him.
True. Never know.
Because he does curve right here.
Mm-hmm. That's wild.
I don't know. This is so crazy with the stuff that you can find.
Oh, sure. That's the truth.
Wow. And I don't think it's Paridolia.
And then this one is on a beach.
Well, that does look like a snake.
I don't know if it was a sea monster that got his head cut off.
It looks like a snail on one direction, and then if you look the other direction, it does look like a head.
Yeah, that's a Godzilla to me. It really does.
I would assume this is the eye.
Right.
Then these are the nostrils, but and the mouth right here. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking at it too hard. Once you start going down the path of seeing dragons, you see dragons everywhere. That's crazy.
Right.
So anyway, we haven't talked about a sea monster yet, so I thought I'd bring this one up.
Wow.
Sea dragons.
And all those old maps that have sea monsters on them. I mean, all the
that's what the head looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So we have all these medieval maps of all these explorers that have sea monsters in the seas and the oceans, and you have dragons inward and Dogman and Bigfoot and Blemmies. And I mean, there's just a whole array of all these creatures. Oh, I shouldn't say creatures because they were living things. They weren't, maybe not all of them were bad out to get us, but I'm assuming a lot of them were, we probably didn't treat them well, probably like the aliens. We probably broke our contract from Eisenhower and they got all pissed off. Now they're coming back to collect.
Okay, can you see that one? Do you recognize that one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okopogo.
Yep.
No,
Yeah, not to mention Champ and Nessie and
yeah. Okopogo, to me, the one I just showed you, it looks, the head, if you really look at it, that one looks like a dragon's head. Like Loch Ness, that reminds me more of the descriptions and pictures, the plesiosaurus style. But the Okopogo, it has a mane almost. You can almost see it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the eyes.
The other video and stuff that floats around is the one where it looks like it's just moving through the water and it looks like it's gathering trash or looks like it has stuff all over its back. That keeps popping up all the time.
That one that goes like they have it during the winter as well.
Yes. Yeah, like it has ice and stuff and
Corey sent you an email.
Oh, awesome. All right, let's see what we got. Corey's so good. He always sends emails. Like,
I know, especially he likes sending people's fingers. No, that finger picture or a couple finger pictures he's got are amazing.
Oh, hell yeah. Those things are wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait to learn more about him. He's been telling me quite a bit. But yeah, that definitely deserves a whole video on itself for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, not seeing it.
It might still be uploading.
That could be.
I'm gonna send you a picture of my favorite dragon, okay? I just
Ooh, favorite dragon. Does he have a name?
I think it's just dragon.
Just dragon.
I like the black guy on How to Train a Dragon.
Right?
How to Train a Dragon. I like that movie.
Right?
They make dragons so sweet. There's probably good dragons and bad dragons.
Piff. His name's Piff.
Piff?
Mm-hmm. Piff the Magic Dragon.
Piff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Piff.
I have actually seen this one.
No
before.
more puffing.
He's Puff's little brother. Puff the Magic Dragon.
Puff's little brother.
Yeah, he's
Puff and Piff.
Puff. Let's see. Got to get it over here.
Right. No,
Who made the contract and who screwed it up?
Right.
Well, Eisenhower and a bunch of them actually did the contract, and who screwed it up? Probably the same people.
Yeah.
Oh, that finger weighs 4 pounds.
The what?
His finger, that finger he has, weighs 4 pounds.
Yep. Oh, it's big. Yep, there he is. Piff the Magic Dragon. His little doggy dragon.
Now that's a cute dragon.
Yeah, that guy's a riot. He's a funny dragon.
Well, I don't know, Corey. It hasn't. I don't see a email yet.
What did he send you?
A picture of a dragon or something.
Oh.
Well,
See, like
Usually his pops right through.
Try sending it again, Corey.
I think an interesting factoid on the mythology, legends, and all that stuff about the dragon having that one piece open that you can shoot at through his heart. He's missing a scale. They usually have that one place on every dragon that they seem to.
Really?
Oh, that you can.
That's the only way you can shoot them because they have armor, pretty much. Their skin's armor.
They have one little spot that if you hit the arrow correctly.
Yeah, because that's on Dragonheart, Games of Thrones had the same concept where there was this one spot that they could hit.
Yep. So it's like, where did that come from? They just, you know what I mean?
Well, the Lord of the Ring movies too. When the dragon came out of the cave, they knew that one little spot that they could hit.
Yep. And the fact that throughout history that some of them spoke.
Some of them spoke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
And some of them they considered gods, godlike. Well, just like you had the Aztecs and the Maya, with the Quetzalcoatl and Kukulkan. They were dragons and gods and spoke and flew around and all that stuff.
When I was growing up as a kid, they had the puppet show, the Cuckoo Fran and Ollie, and that was a dragon.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not seeing a notification of email either.
I know it's just not coming through or something. I don't know.
Because it usually pops up on my tablet too. And welcome in, Gary. You did a great job on that show last night.
Hey, Gary.
Good job. That was a great show.
Unless Corey's picture comes through, I don't think I have anything more to show.
Oh, we went through all those? Oh, man.
We've been showing pictures for over an hour.
Right? And the archivist I told you about, there's an article he found about, I don't know, it was like the early 1900s or late 1800s, where in Colorado they found a giant dragon in a cave. Huge, giant, enormous, monstrous, ridiculous size creature. Dead, of course. It wasn't alive or nothing, but they're being found. They're being found, and if you tell the powers that be that you found it, you ain't gonna never hear about it.
Right.
Absolutely.
If you're lucky, you'll still be alive. You know what I mean? It's scary stuff. We shouldn't have to fear for our lives finding out the truth.
I know.
Well, if
I agree.
Me and Jane talk about it all the time. When we get to the other side and we get our paradise and we're able to talk to animals and stuff, I want a dragon that I can fly and hang out with.
Right.
A pet dragon. That would be cool.
Yeah. Go fly on a dragon, with Jesus and Jesus Jr. Let's go around.
Go on a dragon ride with Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Since we said hi to Gary got awarded best mod or wrench on the internet by a Wendell and his group. And he was also on Jessica the Cryptid Huntress the other night, and it went over 3 hours.
Wow.
So that was awesome, Gary.
Very cool.
I just wasn't used to seeing Gary in chat, and he wasn't blue. every chat. Gary's a mod.
Oh, you're talking about his name in chat.
Yeah.
Was Gary supposed to look like a Smurf to match his name?
No, his name wasn't blue in chat.
Oh, Polly has a dragon tattoo on her shoulder.
Oh, cool, Polly.
That was a big. I remember that in the 70s. A lot of people had dragon tattoos.
Right. There's this right here.
I'm still not seeing that an email popping through.
I'm not either.
That's so weird.
Somebody doesn't want us to see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you said, his emails usually come right through.
I want to see a dragon tattoo I did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I just sent it.
Let's see if you get it.
All right. The guy wanted this whole piece done in one day. I said, okay, it's gonna cost this much. And he's like, I'm a tough guy, you know. I was like, it's gonna hurt. And he's like, I can take it, you know. So I got the majority of the outline done. He's like, I can't take it. I can't take it. Can I have half my money back? And I was like, hell no, man. I just did over 3,000 scales, dude. So on your tattoo, no. If you want to keep going, we'll finish it. If not, duff cookies, my friend. We can save it, the rest of it, for another day. We'll finish it, you know.
Now, do you want me to show it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
This was like 12 years ago or something a long time ago.
No, is that through email? Or is that
I don't know. I'm doing something else right at the moment.
I sent that through Messenger.
I will check as soon as we show this tattoo.
Oh yeah,
tattoo.
It was coming out good too, man. I was pissed. I was like, man, this was going to be epic.
Oh, cool. Oh my gosh.
I like when they show the fur on the chin, and that's pretty cool.
I think it was more like 3 million scales. I might be exaggerating, but it seemed like
he doesn't look very happy in this either.
Nope.
It's kind of mean.
Yeah.
Brandon says, "What tattoo shop?"
Scale work.
Yep. Have him coming in and out of his body. It was gonna be so cool, man.
Now you actually did this, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Brandon says, "What tattoo shop or independent? How can we find you for some work?"
Well, got to be somewhat close or be willing to pay for a plane ticket. I come to you. So I usually do.
Looks like you had a little problem right here in the midsection.
I tell you. You know, but
wow.
Yeah, no, I've been doing tattoos for 35 years now.
Wow. There you go, Brandon.
Did my first tattoo when I was 14 years old.
Get a hold of Jesus.
Now, did you say, did he come back for color?
He never finished it. He couldn't. He said he couldn't take the pain no more.
Oh, he couldn't take the pain.
Oh, he couldn't take it anymore.
I had to stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not even offered to finish it another day. Nope. He just said he was done.
That's cool.
Wow.
All right, let me check email again. Nope.
I don't have any notification of an email pop up. Well, doggone it. Sorry, Corey. For some weird reason, email's not working. They're blocking it or something.
Right.
Oh, Polly sent her tattoo picture. Polly, do you want us to show it?
Cool.
Oh my. I see it. Oh, Polly, that's pretty. Wow.
Yeah, she said yes, so we're gonna show it. Nothing like doing all this real time.
Live, you know. Do you know on YouTube, like, do they have a function to re-upload your old videos? Because like I have videos from 2013 that nobody gets all the way down to, because I have like 90 videos I've done, you know, on my research. I wish I had a button you could be like re-upload. You just hit it once and it'll pop it back to the top.
Oh,
right.
Well, you can, if you don't have it saved,
you can redo it as a premiere.
Yeah, turn it around, use it as a premiere, and then be up on top again.
Oh,
I think so.
Okay, I see it. Cool.
So there's Polly's dragon.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that a knee or a shoulder?
That's
that
a shoulder.
Is her shoulders, she said.
Yep, that's a shoulder. There's an elephant down below.
That's an elephant. Oh yeah, it looks like an elephant.
Right.
Cool.
Very cool.
Thanks for sharing.
Right.
And everybody sharing their tattoos and everything, man.
There's on mine. I got a bunch of tattoos.
Oh yeah.
All kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
She said
tattoo
shoulder.
poor. I don't have any.
She said the baby elephant is her boy.
Oh,
okay.
On her shoulder, and the baby elephant is my boy.
So she's the dragon?
Oh, yeah, she's a dragon.
Mama dragon?
That's cool.
Around 4 p.m., I was dragging booty. I was like, this is normally my nap time. I was like, make me some coffee before I get on.
Yeah, she says, I am the dragon.
Almost like the show, the mother of dragons.
Yeah, mother of dragons.
So I guess she'd be the mother of elephants because her boy is the elephant. I don't know.
Well,
I'm confused.
Dumbo did fly. So technically.
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
Yep.
Flying elephants.
Yep.
Oh, that's a whole nother. Could you imagine a mammoth flying? Oh my gosh.
No, imagine a mammoth landing.
Coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in hot, boys.
Coming out. That's hilarious.
It'll be a hard landing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless somebody else sends us some pictures or something, I absolutely do not have anything more to show. We can keep on talking, or we can stop her right here. Jesus, whatever you want to do.
You don't have a picture of Corey's petrified finger on your computer somewhere, do you?
It was on your computer.
I can send it. Hold on right here. Hold on. I believe.
I think we had 2 or 3 pictures Corey sent of it, and it's on your computer because that's where I sat when Corey sent them.
I know I have it. Come on now.
Would it be in images? I'll see if Jesus
I got
will
multiple phones here. Let me see. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, no, Corey, your email did not come through. He said he's sorry, guys. I took an important phone call.
That's all right.
So no, we could not get the email. Did not come through for some reason. He said I'll resend it. Send your finger pictures.
That's I'm doing that right now. It's because
I
use a tablet on 2 different phones.
Yeah, send us your finger picture.
Right? Yeah. Also, because I have I use 3 different phones, like I said, 2 phones and a tablet. So each one I've saved different things in each different one. You know what I mean? So, dang it. Okay.
Mel WD-40's got a raven tattoo on his left side.
Oh. Yeah, I do that all the time too. Whenever we get a new phone or a new tablet, they make you register a new ID, and it's like I don't really want another email. I got like 5 of them now from all these old tablets, and
it came through. I saw a bubble pop up.
You did?
Yeah, and it popped up and said Corey.
I
must go through this time. Whoop whoop whoop.
It says I have it downloaded. I don't know why it's saying I can't find it in my stupid thing. That's ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Here. There we go. All right, there you go. Sent them. They are there in your messenger at this moment. Hopefully.
Check email, check messenger.
Check everything. This is too much. Too much.
I do have a picture of a Bigfoot throwing a middle finger.
Oh.
Talking about fingers. You know?
No, you don't see too many Bigfoot tattoos.
Right. There's a few, but not that many.
So what is this? A flying dragon?
This is supposed to be a dragon that Corey sent.
Oh, okay. So that's the still picture of the guy's video.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Okay, no, I know which one now. I did see that one. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a dragon for sure. Have you actually seen the video? That looks like a dragon.
Wow.
Oh, did you talk about Mel? He says he has 4 tattoos.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. Mel. Yeah. Says I have 4 tattoos. I
So
don't
did you
have
say
any.
you sent something, Jesus?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sent you
through
the
Messenger.
petrified finger.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, the dragon's a symbol of courage, valor, and protection.
Yep, I'm pretty sure those are the same ones that we had.
Good. And if I'm correct, the story is they found 2 of these fingers, and Corey has one, and a friend has the other.
Yep.
Here I am sitting, fossilized giant finger puller. I have nothing.
Fossilized giant finger puller.
Pour.
You're gonna pull a petrified finger.
All right, let's bring these up.
All right, in case anyone has not seen these.
We talked about these for hours that night.
Yeah. 4 pounds. And that's the backside.
And we went over where this was like a scar, possible scar. We came to the conclusion these are creases of where the finger would be, and this would be the almost like what the fingerprint.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that's the bottom. You can see the scar.
The fingernail.
Yeah,
I mean, if that doesn't look like a finger or a digit that got cut off, or
it looks like a pinky toe.
Oh, you think it's a pinky toe?
Yeah, you ever look at your pinky toenail?
Yeah.
That's just crazy. You can just see the fingernail or toenail, whatever it is.
Right?
You can just see the cuticles and everything, just the lines, the wrinkles.
I mean, if that doesn't look like a nail.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it looks like to me a pinky toenail.
I mean, whether that's the pinky on a hand or if that's a pinky toe, can you imagine how big that foot is?
Really big. I was trying to find that picture for you guys.
That's the best view. The front view. I mean, that's
Right?
not a strange formation. That's a fingernail.
Wow. That's just amazing.
And if I am correct, Corey's in chat. Corey, wasn't this in Oklahoma that you found this?
I mean,
Yeah,
that looks like a cuticle. That looks like a cuticle right there.
That's a finger. Wow, that's crazy.
Right? It does. And then, like at the end of it, on the bottom end of it, whatever at the bottom, it looked like a area for the bone.
Down here?
Yeah, you had the other angle of it.
Oh, the other picture?
Yeah, at the very bottom, it looked like a white area at the very end of it.
This one or the other picture?
That one. If you look down towards the middle area at the bottom, it almost looked like there was
this?
Somewhere around there, yeah, like there possibly could have been where the bone was.
Oh.
Okay, my friend found them in the banks of the Red River. There you go, Jim. Wow.
That's amazing.
Here, watch. I'm going to send you
the petrified dragons all the way down to petrified fingers. Amazing.
I just sent you some images from the day. It's not dragon related, Bigfoot related, but we were out on the upper Fruitland Res, and we're, of course, looking for Bigfoot. And I saw one far, far away, and I zoomed in as best as I could, took multiple pictures. And when I got him, I just sent them to your messenger. When I got him, I noticed that you could see that the Bigfoot's moving its hands different ways. And I made a collage of all the different ways its hands are. And in the last one, it's throwing a middle finger at us. Like I said, it's not they're not super crispy, the images, because like I said, I was all the way zoomed in, and I didn't have the fanciest phone at the time. This was in 20. Damn, this was probably in 2018-ish, somewhere in that world. So it was a little while ago, you know.
So what's everybody in chat saying about the finger?
Well, Golden Fern makes a good point. Is asking Corey, do you got any pictures of both of them together so we can compare the other one?
Oh,
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we need pictures of both.
Yeah.
I wonder if you stuck a green laser light, because it's real strong, on it in the dark, if it would light up the nail, you know, the nail bed.
Oh, yeah. Of course, if it's petrified, it might not. I don't know. That's interesting.
Well, it looks like the type of rock that it might be almost like quartzish in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I started to wash it one day with a little Dawn dish soap, and it started turning to slime, so I dried it off real quick.
Wonder if there's any keratin in the nail bed area. I think that would be interesting.
So
they haven't done X-rays on it, right?
I got to see. It didn't put all the pictures in the same place, so let me.
Wow. Put glasses on it to be Mr. Potato Head.
Right.
Yeah. So this is one of the pictures, right?
Yeah, that's directly in the subject is directly in the middle. Those trees and bushes right there, the largest would be at most 12 feet tall. The average is about 10 feet tall. Those type of trees, they're junipers, I believe.
So is this what we're looking at right here?
Yeah, you're looking right there. So you can see there's a shoulder, the face, chest area.
Yep.
But if you look at the other ones that I sent with you, you can see that the hand is moving like this, doing different things, blocking half its face, and I did some enhancements to see it a little better. And the blue one, I think, shows more clear images. There we go. There's some. The one in the middle,
you got different filters on this to try to bring it out more.
Yeah. So the one in the middle, you can see a big giant finger sticking up out of the fist, raised up.
Yeah. Oh, it does look like he's giving you. Does look like he's giving you the finger.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well.
Wow. This is turning into a finger show.
Well, I mean,
see right here, the one on the left side of the middle finger one, he has both his hands up like this, like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're blurry, but I don't know other 8 to 10 foot tall people on the res in all furry costumes in the middle of summer, but doing out there in the deep far area for no reason. They didn't call. I didn't hear whoops or nothing. I was just scanning the area, and I saw something stick out a little bit above a tree, and I was like, huh. And I zoomed in, and sure enough.
But what friend hasn't ever gave you the finger at one point or another?
Right. Well, I showed the pictures to one of the elders there and one of the aunties, and I asked her, I go, why would the hairy boy, the hairy boys throw a finger at me, And she goes, who are you with? And I was like, George. And she goes, oh, they don't like George.
They don't like George?
Yeah, they're like, he shoots his 22 at them.
Oh.
So they saw me with George. I think that finger was for George, But you can see that in each different one, the arms placement is slightly different because they're different shots.
Yeah, so you can tell it's almost like stop motion with your pictures.
Yeah.
Wow. That's probably the Bigfoot I'd see, the one giving me the finger.
Right. But yeah, I think I'm the only person that I know of that has a picture of Sasquatch throwing a middle finger.
So what Corey say? I took an up close photo of its surface and used the lens feature on my phone to find any visual matches. All of the matches were photos of diseased skin.
Oh, wow.
He had athlete's foot, probably. It was a toe. No. But no, yeah, I agree. All those close-ups.
Wow.
Cool.
Bigfoot and big finger now. Bigfoot and big finger.
My friend sent photos of the finger to Roger at Mud Fossil University, and he said, "Good find."
Oh, awesome.
There you go. Verified by
Wow.
Mud Fossil University. You can't get any better than that, I don't think.
Yeah, that's a great YouTube channel.
Right.
Let alone my lunch break.
Oh, yeah.
Next time you come on, we got to start digging down that rabbit hole.
What's that?
We'll do a little season show.
Oh, a little season, yeah.
Well, we'll just say last season show.
Last season.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or the last hurrah.
Last hurrah.
Last hurrah. Right. My son did some research, he said, for the show. And because he said he wanted to look up dinosaurs in New Mexico.
Ah.
He said the largest dinosaur in America found was in New Mexico. Was the Alamosaurus, reaching about 70 tons and as long as 100 feet. The Ankylosaurus was in New Mexico, also found measured 20 to 26 feet and weighed like 17,000 pounds. And
wow.
Yeah, so there's been quite a few specimens here found. So we do have, reason to believe this area had such creatures. And there's no reason why there's still animals that haven't been found yet or they hadn't seen before.
Right.
Right.
Fossilization didn't happen to as commonly as people may think. It's not. Well, you know where to look, I guess. Medusa or something, Yeah.
Corey wrote back that the finger still has blood on it.
Wow.
Have you ever thought about getting a DNA on the blood to see if it's still viable?
Right.
See what that is.
I know. See,
don't give it to the scientists though. They'll be cloning it and bringing it back with some mammoth or something. Or
like it says, I know if it leaves my possession for research, I'll never see it again.
Right.
I know.
So even if you send it to Roger, you never know if it'll even get there safely.
Right. Missing in the mail. Right.
Yeah,
I don't trust any of this anymore.
I'd have to have one of those briefcases with the handcuffs on it.
You'd have to go with it and be there when it gets drilled on for the specimen to be taken out for the test.
And hire you or John Wick to come with.
Right. Exactly. I beat him down. Cane him to death.
Wow.
Beat him with the cane, then I'll beat him with the fun.
Just like always. I mean, we always have fun on our shows together, and it's been great. We'll have to think of what we're going to do next time. Jane just said little season, didn't she? I forgot.
Last season.
Seasoning.
Wow.
That kind of almost goes along with my license plate.
Oh, yeah. What does it say?
Out of time, baby.
Oh, and then another channel calls it SOS.
Right.
Season of Satan.
Oh. I was thinking shit out of love. SOL. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
SOL.
Shit out of luck.
So yeah, we'll get you rescheduled before the movie people get you, and then you're going to be busy.
Well, I'm hoping the Comic-Con people get me and keep me busy.
So when is that
got to
again?
work the comic book people for the Comic-Cons.
Don't forget, I got all this free time on my hands.
That's what I'm saying.
October,
if I can
right?
do that, excuse me?
That was in October?
Yeah, in October.
That'll work. We'll get you back in November then.
Right. If I can do one Comic-Con a month and one conference a month, that would leave me, the 3 weeks of getting to research every month.
Yeah.
Right.
And only for a full week of flying and doing stuff. I could make a really, really decent living and take care of my family.
Get the Breaking Bad meth mobile going, and
Methmobile.
I don't know. Was there an official name for the RV?
Methmobile. I like that.
The lab,
The
Oh,
lab.
the lab. Yeah, the lab.
But I have mine in the backyard. I just gotta replace the gas tank on it, and it'll be driving again.
Take that thing to conferences.
That'd be so cool. I want to switch out the motor. It has a 454 in it, but I want to put a diesel engine in it and a new transmission, and then actually get to travel. Because right now, with that engine, the gasoline engine, it gets about 3 to 4 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So I'm gonna
Wow.
put a nice big diesel engine in there instead.
I think you need to start a dude ranch for archaeologists and Bigfooters and dragon hunters, and just have them come out there and camp out and go on tours and
honestly,
expeditions.
There's enough here to do all that.
That would so they would come and pay money, obviously, and fund the research, and
that'd be cool. It'd be very cool.
Actually, I think that'd be fun. Come out, camp out in your backyard, and go out hiking the hills with you.
Right? It's like, what do you want to do? You want ancient temples? You want Bigfoot stuff? You want alien stuff? You want
be like Jurassic Disneyland? Which era? Which way do you want to go?
Right.
Shelley wants to know if Saul was fun.
It was weird because I hadn't seen everybody in so long.
Bringing
everybody back.
Reunion.
Pretty much it was, and getting to see how everybody's gotten older, and we're all in the makeup room, everybody getting touched up with dyes and tape. And
I just watched as Nobody 2.
Nice. How'd you like that one?
I kept looking for you to pop in.
Yeah, unfortunately, all this surgeries and broken feet and foots and has messed with my stunt stuff. So, no more karate kicks. I can only probably
more
do
karate kicks.
Yeah, gotta find my own stunt double finally. Yeah.
Start using your cane.
Keep a sword in it.
Raising cane. Is that what you said?
Raising cane?
No.
Smoking the cane?
A whole new meaning. Raising cane.
Right. That's crazy. That's funny.
Well, I guess we're going to go ahead, since I already said we're out of time. We'll go ahead and bring up your conferences again before we leave.
Yeah.
So you can tell everybody again about so which one you want first? The
Comic-Con happens first.
Comic-Con. Okay, Comic-Con. All right. One of these days I'll get better at all this.
Better than me at it. I'll tell you that. So yeah, so that's going to be in Ruidoso, New Mexico, 18th through the 19th. I'll be there with posters for my comic book and signing autographs and hanging out with the cast of the Sandlot. The whole cast is going to be there from the Sandlot, that movie.
That's a badass photo of you.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to it. Get to meet. I love that movie. That was a real cool movie growing up.
Better Call Saul.
Is that your better half in the other picture down there?
Yep, that's
the rock hunter.
That'd be her, Melissa. Yep.
We should do a show just on the rocks you guys have.
Ooh,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I have them all.
Maybe we can get the missus to come on and
for sure that'd
show us what she found.
Yep. Right now we have a whole bunch of them on the side of our house. We moved them over here to a different house, so they're all together. One big area. So that'd be easy to do. And then
October 18th through the 19th at
Ruidoso Convention Center in New Mexico.
All right. And then the next one
will be the Yakima Valley Chamber of Commerce Bigfoot-a-thon.
Then you have, who is that? Matt Parrish, Harvest Moon,
Yep.
Dr. Jeff, and David Ellis, right?
And then I sent you another one. It looks almost the exact same, but it has Mel Scahan in it as well. He'll be there too. He's the one that's on the Chamber of Commerce that invited me to do this with them. I'm really looking forward to everybody there. But me and Dr. Jeff get to reunite with our information. I've been working with him for a while, off and on through other people. And then the last time it was for his book that he was doing with Dr. Dyer. They're doing some book together. So I gave a lot of stuff for their book and research that they're asking for. And I brought them to Ruidoso to do some hunting in my areas. It's very cool. So I'm really looking forward to being there and doing some cool
Awesome.
stuff.
Wow.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow. Looks like you have a busy October. We'll try to get you rescheduled for November.
Right. I'm looking forward to it all. I love doing this show. So thank you guys for having me. And thank you to everybody out there in the chat land and watching. Keep on watching, keep on liking, keep on subscribing. You can find me on Breaking Bigfoot on YouTube and Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Threads.
Polly, Robin, Jessica, somebody go get Breaking Bigfoot YouTube link. Pull it up real quick. Please.
I think I got everything in the descriptions. I think I got them all in the description. So if anybody wants to go, you can, when the show's over or whatever, you can just go down there and click on the links.
Yeah. Jesus links in the description, guys.
I think I did pretty good. But you also have X and Instagram, and so any social, it's Breaking Bigfoot, right?
Yep.
Or some of it's
Jesus Junior 2012, and
or Junior.
Yeah, or it's it'll say literally Breaking Bad's Gonzo. But yeah, mainly my Facebook is down right now, so if you go to Facebook, it's gonna be hard to get to me. But any other way you want to go, I'm on all the other stuff except for TikTok. No TikTok.
I saw you're off on Facebook for a while.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Jessica.
Oh yeah, thanks, Jessica.
All right. And Polly.
There's Polly. Polly's in there. Oh, now Gary. Everybody's putting the links in now. Awesome.
Here's the links, guys.
I appreciate you guys.
Happy clicking.
Well,
yeah, this is great.
We'll just go ahead and say goodbye. Don't go anywhere quite yet. Just stay behind, and we'll talk to you. Thanks, everybody in chat. You guys are great and awesome. And make sure you go out there and show some love to Gonzo and hit all of his socials and leave some comments and watch his videos and check him out at his Comic-Cons and his conferences, Bigfoot conference he's coming up to. And if you're in the area, or if you're not, make a trip.
Bye.
It'd be a fun time, and get an autographed coloring book and everything from him, and
get a hug from Jesus.
Right.
So having said all that, thank you, Jesus, for coming. And like I said, don't go anywhere, and we'll catch you all next time.
I won't touch you.
Love.
Keep looking up.
And keep your vibrations high.